guys, it's Deb and Mom. We're back, and today we're going to make for you a great appetizer. Perfect for the Super Bowl, game day, basketball, March Madness, whatever it is, or movie night. It also makes a yummy dinner. So what we're going to make today is air fryer loaded baked potatoes. Yum, huh? I haven't had a good loaded baked potato in a long time, the potato skins. So let me walk you through what we're going to need for the recipe. We're going to use russet potatoes. We have 4 of them. We cheated and we cooked them in the microwave first for about 6 minutes, and they're just fluffy tender, still kind of hot, and that's exactly how we want them. This is optional, but we're going to chop up some jalapenos for our loaded potato skins. We have onions, we have a little bacon, we have some sour cream. We're going to make a sour cream drizzle over the top with adding some ranch dressing to it. We're going to add some spices to our potatoes when we put them in the air fryer, and that is salt and paprika and garlic powder and pepper. We're going to crisp up our potato skins with some olive oil, so that's what we have here, and loads of cheese. So that's all we're going to need for this recipe. Let me clear out the workspace so we can get started. We'll be right back. Okay, so let's get started. These are really easy to make, and I think it's something you're really gonna like. Mom is gonna dice up some green onions. She's gonna dice them really thin or slice them really thin. They're gonna be kind of the decoration on top. And then she's also gonna dice up some jalapenos. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice our potatoes in half, and I'm gonna scoop out the flesh on the inside. And I'm going to be careful as I'm scooping not to go through and break the outside, the skin of the potato. You know, if I had more time, it wouldn't even have been a bad idea to initially cook my potato in the air fryer. I'll link the recipe for that below. And, cancel. And because it would crisp up the skins a little nicer, but this works just fine. I'm going to use my.
We don't have very much time.
No, we don't. Time is never easy. I think that my scooper works really good for this because you can easily scoop in, but you could also just use a potato spoon. Tablespoon. Yep, tablespoon will work good. But again, I'm being careful not to go through and rip the bottom. And these potatoes are still a little warm, so I'm going to use my hot pan holder. You can save the insides of the potato. That might be especially handy if you're maybe doing some twice baked potatoes. Maybe I'll link that recipe down below too, the twice baked potato, because you know you always need a little extra. And I almost went too far on that one. It's hard to tell when you... Oh, that's perfect, yeah. And those little ends of it too. No, I meant this part.
Oh.
Yeah. They look like little octopi almost. All right. So, you know, before you microwave your potatoes, obviously you want to wash them well, scrub them off, and while I'm thinking about it, I am going to start my air fryer. I'm going to preheat it on 400. So hit an air fry. I'm changing the time to 8 minutes. My degree is already on 400, so I'm just going to hit start. It's going to be in the background. Hopefully not too loud for you as it warms up. So almost done here. Just follow me along for the rest of it. Mom has a good tip. She just diced up those jalapenos. She reached in here with her hands and grabbed a few and put them on the cutting board here and diced them up. And she immediately went over and washed her hands. That's a great tip. If you wear contacts, if you touch your eyes after you're working with jalapenos, you can burn your eyes, especially when they're raw. I know that. I've done it before a million years ago when I worked at a little Mexican restaurant. So that's a great tip. Okay, so we've scooped out the inside of all of our potatoes. And so now we're just gonna take some olive oil and we're gonna brush it on the inside and the outside of those potato skins. And that is gonna crisp them up really nicely in the air fryer. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, don't worry, because I'm gonna include oven directions on this too. So either way, you're good. You can enjoy these for the Super Bowl. And Mom, while I'm doing that, would you mix up the spices?
Into that.
Just like,
Just mix them up.
yeah, just mix them up, maybe with a little spoon. And we'll get these going. You can leave as little or as much of the potato on the inside. I think like this one is probably perfect where it's scooped it out. There's like 1/4 of an inch all the way around. You just want to be uniform about it so they all cook evenly. Oh, that's perfect. And my timing is good, so we're almost ready here. And I want them to crisp on the inside and the outside, so we're being careful to, or I'm being careful, whatever, to brush both sides. Okay, let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. Mom had another great suggestion, and that is if I would have put this on a paper towel, number one, it wouldn't be a mess to clean up, and number two, when I put all that spices on there, it really won't be a mess to clean up. Thanks, Mom.
This is true.
Moms are the best, wouldn't you agree? Okay, so now we have our spice mix. And again, that was just smoked paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. And we're gonna sprinkle it on the inside of our potatoes. And you notice I'm not sprinkling it right here. If you sprinkle it kind of high, it hits a bigger surface. So, and don't worry if you didn't get all the instructions. I'll make sure I have all the amounts and everything below. I think that looks just about right. Come on. And could I get a tong? Sure. Please. And now, again, we want these to crisp up. And so we're going to put them in our air fryer. Wonderful. And I think we have the perfect amount to fit. And we do. Wonderful. The nice thing about these cooking days when Mom and I get together and cook is we don't have to cook again for like 3 or 4 days because we end up making a whole bunch of food. So those fit perfect. They're going to go in the air fryer for 6 minutes. 6 to 8. You want them to be crispy. It's going to tell you to flip them. We don't want to flip them. We're just going to leave them crisp up. Check them at like 4 minutes, see where they're at. Don't want them burned, just want them crispy. So we're going to let it do its thing and we'll be back in a few. Okay, our air fryer just went off. I peeked really quick and look at them, they're perfectly crisped up.
Perfect.
Yeah, that looks good. And so now, just let me lay them out there, Mom, so we don't, let me put this away before I get burned or burned you. The other day, I pulled a pot out of the oven, then I forgot that it wasn't a pan that I normally used. And then I went to pick it up with no oven mitt. So burns are high on my mind right now. Okay, Mom's gonna fill them with cheese. And as she does that, I'm gonna come in and add some bacon. We have about 6 slices of bacon here, so you can be super generous. Couple of cups of cheese, super generous with the cheese, super generous with the bacon as well, because we want them to be hearty. If you're doing any tailgating, you're watching the game, oftentimes when you do that, people you know, have a adult beverage in their hand, so they're maybe drinking beer and all those things. Go ahead and load them up more. And so you want hearty snacks. So it helps absorb some of that. So that's perfect.
I guess I grated too much cheese.
Well, we can put that in a Ziploc bag. Use it next time. So those look really good. Wonderful. Okay. So I'm going to wait to put these on until we pull them out. But back into the air fryer they go. What do you think? Super simple, huh? Okay. And this won't take long. At this point, we're just melting cheese.
Which is already starting to melt.
Yeah. So maybe a couple minutes tops. Wonderful. Okay. Back in the air fryer they go for 2 minutes. We'll be back. Okay. Just that easy. It didn't take long. Like, actually, hit cancel real quick. And they're melty, they're ooey gooey looking. That looks perfect. So now we're just gonna put them on our little serving tray. And when I'm done there, let me just get these out of here, because obviously I can't do two things at once. It's just not my forte.
When you're working on hot things, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Okay. So now we're gonna make these extra special. Let me save some of the jalapenos. We'll put those on the very top. We're gonna make a sour cream drizzle. Probably do that first, yeah.
Put that on first.
Yeah. Could I get some of the water from the fridge, please, Mom? So, have my sour cream, and I'm mixing it with a packet of ranch dressing, because I know that the ranch dressing, the bottom part, I have a weird fridge. The ranch dressing goes really well with potatoes. It goes really well with sour cream. And let's see, I think rather than a drizzle, I'm just gonna put a dollop. So I think I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna add a little water to this to make it like drizzly, but I think instead we're gonna put a nice dollop of the sour cream in the middle of each potato. Yes, yes, please. I have one here. Okay. Perfect. So this was like a 1/4 cup of sour cream with the ranch dressing mix. So it's intense, but it's like the perfect flavor mix. And it's just the right amount for the 8 potatoes. And if, Mom, if you wouldn't mind putting those little guys over there, I'll get this mess out of the way. Oh. The green onions, the jalapenos, you know, like that's totally up to you, but I like the mild flavor of the onions. And I like the, just that little hint of pickling from the jalapenos. Of course, if you don't like heat, don't worry about it. If you don't like onion flavor, skip that part. But I think it makes a big difference. And I'll show you one thing here real quick. There's a lot of pickled jalapeno brands on the market. This is not an ad for these guys, but Menzetta pickled jalapenos. They're really mild jalapenos, and they're just really a great pickle flavor. Pickled, you know, like pickled jalapeno flavor. It's the one I always get. Huh?
And even I like them.
Yeah, even Mom likes them, she says. There you go. Okay. We're gonna clean up our hands here. And I think we need to give these yummy guys a taste. What do you think?
You forgot to put the...
No, I already put bacon on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're full of, they got bacon, they have, you know, like seasoned potatoes, sour cream, onions, and jalapenos. Hang on tight. And we need to try them.
How about if we cut one in half?
It's probably a good idea.
I'll get a knife.
Yeah. Mom says, how about if we cut one in half? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because they're kind of big. And we haven't had lunch yet, so our timing is perfect. Let's do this one. I want to make sure each of us have a little bit of everything. There you go.
Thank you.
So, let's see what we think.
Crispy and great.
And cheesy.
Just right.
Oh, those are good. The flavor's great, guys. I think next time I make these, I'll probably reduce a little bit of the ranch dressing and the sour cream. So I'm going to write the recipe to reflect that below. But these are yummy. Because they're crispy and cheesy and bacony. Good for the game.
Yes, perfect. Just perfect.
Yum. Okay, guys, it's Deb and Mom. Bowl me over. If you didn't get the instructions, they're below. I'm also going to link the bacon recipe and the baked potato recipe. I'll link the air fryer that I use if you're interested in shopping for a new air fryer. Don't forget to visit the blog, bowlmeover.com. Leave a comment below, make sure you subscribe, and if you hit notify me when you see like a countdown for a new video, you'll actually get notified when it drops. So I think that's it for us today.
Great.
We'll see you next time.